sis, you and Marcus coming over tonight, still right? I just ran out of coffee. Would you mind picking up some from the store on your way here?
I thought we were coming over to celebrate my engagement. You want me to do errands?
Oh, come on, Claire. The store's on the way anyways. You always drink all my coffee. Oh, and while you're there, pick me up 6-pack of beers. The cheap ones are okay. Maybe you could pick up some Chinese food from Panda 2. A new one just opened next to the supermarket. Get the orange chicken and the shrimp. And don't forget the fortune cookies too. Oh, and if you could pick up some new pods for my vape too, the menthol ones.
Hold on. I'm not your personal shopper, Ella. Marcus and I are visiting to celebrate our engagement. Shouldn't you already have all this if you prepared for your guests of honor?
As your guest, I expect a 5-star treatment. You hear? Meals included. Buy us some Chex Mix too, pretty please. I like to snack on it while I watch TV.
Fine. But only this once. You'd better save some for the rest of us. I think we'll arrive at your place in around an hour or so. I'll give you a call when we're nearby.
Gotcha. Jeez, this is all so sudden. I never imagined you'd be getting married, sis. I thought we'd both, stay unmarried and move into a cabin in the mountains together with a bunch of cats. But alas.
Sorry to burst your bubble, Ella, but I'm not ready to become a cat lady quite yet. Don't you want to settle down and start a family at some point, too? I'm sure there are some handsome bachelors in town. Have you tried online dating?
To be honest, I've got no interest in that sort of thing. I like living here with Mom and Dad. It makes me feel young. I've always been so focused on work that my dating years kind of just passed me by. I don't feel a need to start now either.
Now that you mention it, I've never seen you show interest in anyone. I guess there's no need to force yourself into something you don't want.
Enough about me, though. As your sister, it's my job to interrogate you and your fiancé. You and Marcus have only been dating for a couple months. Are you sure he's marriage material?
You're straight to the point as always. Trust me, Ella. I wouldn't have said yes if I had any doubts. Marcus is a kind and reliable man. I couldn't ask for anything else in a husband.
I think your standards are too low, Claire. Shoot for the stars a little, won't you? I mean, I met Marcus a while back, and he didn't necessarily leave me with a good impression.
Really? What did you think?
He was a customer at the bank I used to work for. He didn't do anything in particular to put me off, per se, but I just got the feeling he was kinda suspicious. Maybe he was in a bad mood, or maybe his shirt didn't match his pants quite right. Something just seemed off, that's all. When I heard you two were dating, I thought for sure it would be a short-lived thing. When you told me the two of you were getting married, I was shocked, to say the least.
Hey, don't say stuff like that now. You're going to make me rethink my whole life. There's no turning back now. We've already booked the venue and started looking at dresses.
All I'm saying is that it isn't too late to change your mind. Not that I don't wish you two happiness or anything. I just want you to be careful. Make sure you really know this guy, okay? As a perpetually single lady, I have a trained, suspicious eye toward men. I can see right through them. I didn't get the impression that Marcus was a kind and reliable man when I met him. That was a few years back.
Marcus used to struggle with alcohol, so that may have been the reason he seemed disheveled when you saw him. He's got it under control now, though. No need to worry. I'm sure you'll feel differently about him after today. The two of you should chat and catch up.
Fine. I'll give him another chance, but only because you like him so much. Anyways, just be careful. As your sister, I worry about you.
Thanks, Ella. I appreciate you looking out for me. We're pulling into the supermarket parking lot now, so I've got to run. See you soon. Hey, Marcus, is everything okay? What were you talking about earlier? You drank quite a bit tonight. I'm worried about you.
What? Clearly I'm not drunk. Not at all. I'm just telling you the truth, that's all. Jeez, you're the one who's drunk. All I'm saying is that you should be thankful I agreed to date you. I'm only marrying you out of pity. I mean, you're as old as dirt, way past an acceptable age. For a woman, that is. You're discounted goods. You should be thankful, that someone actually agreed to marry you, someone as old as you.
Is that what you truly think of me, Marcus?
Of course. Who would go for expired goods like you? You're lucky I was there. My folks have been on my back about getting married since I hit 30. Plus, it's easier to get a job when you can say you're married, right? I never thought I'd find a woman with such low standards to actually accept me. But you really are the bottom of the barrel, aren't you? Ugh.
Okay, fine. We can talk about this later when you're sober. Just please, why did you say all that in front of my family? We just got engaged. How could you say something like that?
Oh well, too late now. Maybe go tell your family how much I appreciate you. That'll make it better. While you're at it, ask them if they'll pay for the wedding. I'm certainly not forking over my cash for something like that.
Marcus, do you understand what you're saying? This is completely unacceptable. Just because you're drunk doesn't mean you can get away with stuff like this, you know?
I told you before, woman, I ain't drunk. I didn't drink all that much. I'm just being honest. I didn't intend to tell you about this until after the wedding, but who cares now? Whatever. If we're gonna be stuck together for the rest of our miserable lives, we might as well be frank.
What happened to you, Marcus? You're acting like a completely different person. How could someone so kind be so cruel? You're not the man I fell in love with.
I'm kind and I'm reliable, aren't I? That's why I'm being honest with you now. How kind of me. It's so kind of me to marry you, don't you think? You're my woman and I can tell you whatever I want. You hear? You can shut up and listen.
You're unbelievable. How could you say all these horrible things in front of my mom and dad? You called me expired goods in front of my entire family. How could you think that would fly? Have you no shame?
I told you I was only being honest. You expired the minute you turned 30 and you were still unmarried. Don't make me laugh. You've been expired for so long, I'm surprised you don't have flies following you. You're the only one who's a failure, not me. You should apologize to your folks, not me.
I can't believe this. I can't believe I fell for someone like you. I'll never trust a man again. What are you doing getting drunk at my family home? I thought you had your drinking issues under control. How are you fine ruining our relationship like this? What's gotten into you?
What don't you understand? I've been totally clear with you. It's just the truth, that's all. It's not my bad if you can't handle it, jeez. Are you an idiot? Why are you so shocked to hear the truth? Stop crying about it. You should be thanking me for my honesty. You can trust me, can't you? I won't sugarcoat anything for you. Personally, I'd prefer a college girl, but unfortunately, I'm too fat and old to bag one of them. You'll do.
You're disgusting. Why would you even say that? You shouldn't even be thinking about 18-year-olds as a grown man.
All I'm saying is that you aren't anyone's first choice, understand? Know your place and keep quiet about it.
Why would I be thankful for anyone with that thought process? Marriage is supposed to be between two equals, is it not?
Face reality, Claire. This isn't no Disney fairy tale. This is the real world. Get with it already. Don't you get it? You're old and poor. I'm rich and a man. I win, you lose. So shut up and know your place. I am a manager of a first-class company, and you're nothing more than a low-level clerk. Why would any man want to date you? On every level, I'm above you. We ain't equals, that's for sure. You should be worshiping the ground I walk on. If I decided to throw you out, you'd spend the rest of your miserable life treading in water, you hear? I am saving you, don't you get it? You should be calling me your hero, not yelling at me like my mother. I expect to be your number one priority here on out, get it? You're working for me now. I mean, both you and that sister of yours are as ugly as bricks. There's nobody else out there who could save you. Just me showing up to your family's shabby house is increasing the property value, you understand?
Can you quit this monologue and get back to your senses? Aren't you embarrassed?
Oh, I'm sorry you can't handle the truth, Claire. Maybe you should go get your head checked out. Got worms up in your brain? I knew you were pathetic before, but this is laughable. You're so naive it hurts. Oh, sorry about that, Claire. You'd better get accustomed to reality already. Anyways, I'm sleepy. It's late. The room's spinning and I'm gonna go to bed. Sleep on the floor tonight, dog. I own you.
Marcus, listen to yourself.
You fix that attitude first before I send you to the pound. Be thankful anyone is spending a second paying attention to a 38-year-old hag like you. Before we get married, I expect you to clean up your act and get with it. You hear?
Fine. You've left me no choice. I'm calling off the engagement.
What are you talking about? Don't you know your position? No other man is going to pick you up from the street now.
I've made my decision. I'd rather remain single for the rest of my life than be with a man like you. I'll call tomorrow morning and cancel the venue. You'd better pack your bags and find a ride home.
Hey, don't get too hasty. Don't you get it? Without me, your life's as good as over. You need me more than I need you, woman.
No, you're wrong. Marrying you would mean the end of my life. I'm choosing to save myself. I'm just glad you decided to show your true colors before the ceremony. You've saved me a whole lot of trouble.
Didn't I tell you to fix that attitude of yours? You're gonna be alone forever, you hear?
I don't care. You can't convince me otherwise. There's more to life than marriage. No matter what sort of life I have to live from here on out, there's no way it's worse than having to spend another day with a man like you. I've come this far on my own 2 feet, and I don't intend to slip up now. Get out of my life.
Oh, you're gonna regret this, Claire. Don't come crying back to me when you're all alone. Whatever, you're just being hysterical. I'm going to bed now. Apologize to me in the morning, and I might give you a second chance. Go to sleep and think about it. You're the one who's not got their head on straight.
Oh, stop acting so self-important. You're the one who's going to regret this, not me. Good night.
Claire, where did you go? Why is all my stuff packed up? Did you really go off to cancel our venue reservation? Are you an idiot? I apologized for what I said when I was drunk, didn't I? I was just babbling, that's all.
Do you really think an apology is enough to make me forget about what you said last night? You really hurt me. You know, it's going to take a lot more than an apology to fix this.
Oh, I was drunk, Claire. You don't really believe I meant any of that stuff, do you? If I was sober, I'd never say that. You know me. I just have issues with alcohol, that's all.
I don't care if you were drunk or not. You were speaking from the heart. You're just squirming now because you let your true intentions slip. Isn't that right? Whatever man I thought I was in love with clearly doesn't exist. You were pretending to be someone you aren't.
Oh, just because I said those horrible things doesn't make them true. I just slipped up a little bit. If your little sister didn't keep pouring me drinks last night, none of this would have happened.
Ella was trying to test you. She wanted to make sure I was marrying a good man. She's been skeptical of you from the start, and all you did was confirm all of her suspicions. Now that you've shown your true colors, there's no doubting her. You're the worst of the worst. Get out of here. Get out of my life.
You're all insufferable anyways. Fine, good riddance. The engagement's off. Don't come crying to me when nobody else will date you. I hope you realize that this is your last chance of ever getting married. Nobody else is gonna pick up trash like you.
Marcus, sorry, this is Ella. I've got a bone to pick with you. It's just that I think you need to be taken down a peg. After all, you are over 40 and unmarried. You act like you're hot stuff, but you are one of the most repulsive men I have ever seen. Plus, you reek of booze and desperation.
What is this all about? I thought you and Claire were done with me already.
I'm just telling you the truth, that's all. Nothing wrong with that, right? You act like you're making so much more money than Claire, but you aren't really, are you? Your salary is the same as someone straight out of college. I heard you haven't had a promotion in over a decade. Sounds like they're trying to get rid of you. At your age, and with a face like that, don't you think your standards for a woman are far too high? Do you really think you'd get away with calling my sister expired goods? Take a good look at yourself first, Marcus.
Oh, shut up. You've got nothing to do with this. Stay out of it. And since you're so concerned, I am the best employee at my office. I'm highly respected. I'm popular with all the young ladies in the office. That's the truth.
Ew! Just hearing a middle-aged man say that sort of thing makes me want to puke. I knew something was seriously off about you the second I saw you, but this is just pathetic. You're a real narcissist, aren't you? Seriously. Get with reality, Grandpa.
Don't act like you're any better than me just because you're young. You and your sister aren't all that attractive to begin with either. What do you know about me? Nothing. So shut it.
Sure, I don't know every detail of your life, but I've seen enough. You can't dress, you've got an inflated sense of self-importance, and you're a drunken idiot.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, and before I forget, I actually did contact you for an important reason.
What? What could you possibly have to say that's so important?
Well, I uploaded a video of your little outburst last night to my YouTube channel. You don't mind, right? I wanted to film it as a vlog sort of deal, but it turns out I got some really interesting footage. I couldn't help but post it.
What? What did you film?
Oh, just you berating my sister and telling me and my parents that we should be grateful you decided to marry her. You were being so ridiculous and out of touch, I just had to post it online. It's hysterical.
You uploaded that? What were you thinking? Take it down right now.
No way! I asked you if it was okay to upload it last night, and you said it was fine. You seemed pretty confident in yourself then. Didn't you say, let the ladies of the world see what a real man looks like, or something like that? I left that part in the video too, since you seemed so enthusiastic about it at the time.
I was drunk. I didn't mean any of that. Take it down. You were the one who pressured me into drinking so much in the first place. What kind of a person does that to someone with a history of addiction? Are you insane?
I didn't pressure you into anything. All I asked was if you wanted a beer. You're the one who kept asking for more. I only agreed to give you more because I was drunk too. That's a valid excuse, right? Since you're so happy to blame your mistakes on it. You're a 42-year-old man. You should know better than to accept a single drink in the first place if you're going to have a problem.
Oh, you have got to delete that video now. What if someone from work sees it? That's not who I am, really. I was just drunk. It brings out the worst side of me.
Fine, I'll think about it. No promises, though. Anyways, I've got better things to do than deal with a man-child like you. See ya, Marcus.
Hey, listen to me, you brat. Delete that video now.
I canceled the venue and my dress fitting. Did you want the engagement ring back? We're done. I'd appreciate it if you don't contact me again after this.
Don't be ridiculous. Of course, I want the engagement ring back since you're so serious about cutting ties over a silly mistake. Are you sure about all of this? Can't we make it work after all? I mean, I already told all my coworkers about our engagement. I'm sure we could find a different venue. It's not too late to change your mind.
Don't worry about your work. I already called in and told them you wouldn't need the time off for our honeymoon anymore. Since this is all your fault, I expect you to pay me back the cancellation fees. Understood?
Oh, like hell I will. You're the one who canceled it all. You pay for it.
If you refuse to pay, I'll take you to court over it. So pay up nicely, unless you can hire a lawyer.
Excuse me? Will you just calm down and stop overreacting already?
You insulted me in front of my entire family. You've been lying and manipulating me throughout our entire relationship. That sort of thing isn't going to just go away, Marcus. We have video evidence of your outburst. If I took you to court, I doubt you'd be able to win. Either you pay me back for the cancellation fees, or I'll have you pay back double that in court.
Claire, you're blowing this entirely out of proportion. If anything, this is all your fault.
It would be a shame if that video got into the hands of your boss. He'll probably fire you over something like that. I'd consider your position carefully if I were you.
What? You're gonna send that video to my boss? That is completely unnecessary.
I haven't done anything yet, but they'll see it soon enough anyways. It's gaining a lot of traction online.
I told Ella to delete that video immediately. You two are gonna ruin my career at this rate. I get it. I'll pay you back for the cancellation fees. Just delete that video. Just please, don't tell my company about this. I need this job.
Well, I never intended on telling them in the first place, but Ella thinks it would do you well to face some real-world consequences. Since the video is getting so many views, you're going to have to do some serious convincing to get her to take it down. I mean, it's just a matter of time until one of your coworkers sees it. You better start begging her to take it down fast.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have gotten involved with you or your stupid family. Why would you do such a thing to me?
Oh, I have just a bit of advice for you for your own sake. You seem to be convinced that you're popular with the young women at your office. You kept on saying that last night. Yeah, they're probably just trying to be polite. I'd apologize to them before they see that video.
Oh, shut up. What do you know about me? I am popular. Be single and miserable for the rest of your life. You washed up old hag of a woman.
Maybe you should read some comments on that video before pointing any fingers at me. You're trending as the out-of-touch narcissist on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook.
You've got to be joking. This can't be happening to me.
Is something wrong? You seem upset about all of this. Are you shocked to hear the truth? Is reality too much for you? What are you, a child? One last word of advice. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. After that, Marcus slunk back to his apartment and has been hiding inside to avoid being recognized from the viral video. From what I heard, his company eventually did hear word of the massively popular post and fired Marcus. He was accused of inappropriate behavior and sexual harassment by multiple female employees, which has made it difficult for him to find another job. Thanks to his alcoholism, record of harassment, and the viral video, Marcus's professional life has been completely destroyed. He agreed to pay me back for the cancellation fees, but has been doing so in small installments since he has no income. I hope this is an opportunity for him to do some self-reflection and make positive changes in his life. As for me, I am relieved that I didn't go through with the marriage. I used the time afterward to focus on my career and start a more fulfilling job. A few months later, I met a wonderful man and we fell in love. We dated for 3 years before getting engaged. Ella has met him multiple times and approves of him wholeheartedly. I trust her judgment, so I was relieved to see the two of them getting along so well. I've waited a long time to find true love, and now that I have it, I know I was right to be patient and wait. As for Ella, she's remained single and doesn't seem interested in pursuing a relationship. I'm proud of her for living her life the way she wants to. Marriage isn't the end-all and be-all, after all. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and a comment below. Subscribe so that you never miss a new video. See you in the next one!